Greetings and welcome to the PR Guru Show. My name is Janet Kiriswo, and thank you to the Wala Production and you for always keeping in touch. Now, this is a new year, and during the new year, we have different resolutions. Of course, it is our culture for majority of us to write resolutions during the new year. But for some people, it doesn't matter, because if last year didn't work and I've been writing this resolution for years, then why continue writing them if they're not coming to birth? Now, the other thing is, there are some people who decide to write their resolutions any time of the year. Well, whatever suits you. Welcome. So today I want us to talk about the new year approach. There's so many things that happen. We come back with new energy, with new styles, with new psych. This year, I don't want to be late to work. I want to be at work 30 minutes before time. And then you start practicing that. Then you say, this year I have goals to lose weight. This year I have goals to actually go places. And then now you start writing your bucket list here and there. But now for organizations, it is very easy. They always want to better their performance from the previous year. And that is where you hear annual this, annual this, annual this. All right? I hope you had in your organization an end year employee party. How was it? I hope at least you got some bonuses. Were you given bonuses? Yeah, was it in terms of shopping vouchers? Was it cash? Was it traveling, something? You go out there with your family. What was it? And also, were you given salary increment? Higher. Nice. All these things can really give your psyche a boost, can give you a boost of morale. But anyway, unfortunately for some of you, it's nothing happened. Pole sana. But now, those are things that you need to have in organizations in order to feel motivated, and also for your employees to feel motivated. Now, I'm talking to everyone in that organization. Now, this is what happens. These are things you can start injecting in your meetings. Like, we need to have this, because now everybody will be strategizing. Even the CEO is strategizing. So give these people this, tell them if at least we get even to go for retreats, even to go for team building, it will be good. That team building, you take this employee, you go out there, you joke in the most manner, you get to know someone. Now, we've spoken about all these things, and if you go to my previous series, you'll get to understand the importance of empowering yourselves at work as employees, and also you as the CEO empowering your employees. Now, let's go straight to the point. It's a new year approach. So whatever you've decided to do, as long as it is positive, then go with it. And also add some positive things on it. Now you will need to provide resources, enough resources. If it is an organization and you performed better, or you did not even perform to the level that you wanted, you can take advantage and look into providing all the resources to your employees. What do they need? All right? What do these employees need in order to give me the best results, in order to be productive? Number one, we said, please look into your employee time, working time, look into your employees' welfare, look into your employees, in terms of off, in terms of leaves, look into your employees' bonuses, look into motivating your employees each month by giving them the employee of the month. This is the most accessible employee. She can help everyone, he can help everyone. Look into having such. Now, these are things you need to sit down and actually think about them. In fact, I always say, when you watch my series, don't just watch and just say I'll do. No. Give yourself time to sit down and actually rewatch and listen and get the points correctly. And the most important thing is take notes and tick on what you actually have done, and then put a star on what you have not done in your organization. Trust me, it can be very hectic when you've given your employees everything, but you're not getting the results that you want. I get you. I've been a somewhere, I've been there sometime. So you sit down and you look at it. How do I take advantage and make the best out of this? Because you could be saying, Janet, you always tell us these things, I do them, but they are not coming to birth. Anyway, this is also another opportunity for you to get in touch with me. Maybe you're doing them, and maybe there's something else we need to try. Remember, there's so many ways to kill a rat. The other thing is, when you're providing resources to help your employees with their professional development, remember, this will boost their morale, and also it will reinforce a sense of wanting to perform better, and also it will help the organization maintain and gain an edge in increasing competition. Now, look into this. How many letters have you received? Employees saying they are going to other organizations. They might not say that directly, but they will say they are resigning. And remember, I told you to always follow up. Why is this employee resigning? Okay, you sit down with this employee in a good manner and you talk to them. Hi, we've been with you together for this and this years, and you've really worked well. Your performance has been really good, you know. So maybe out of curiosity, where are you headed to? Some will tell you they're headed for greener pastures, and some will tell you they are going to another organization because they've been poached. If it is a competitor, then that is poaching. Some will tell you they really don't feel like they are growing. Some will tell you other stories. So you need to write them down so that when you're sitting down, you start reflecting. If it is poaching, then you need to think, why is my competitor taking my employees? Okay, is it that you did not take care of this employee well in terms of welfare, bonuses? All those things come into play. It is a cycle, okay? If this employee says she's not growing, why? What type of growth? Is it that you did not promote this employee? Is it that you did not even recognize this employee here and there? There are so many things. Anyway, you have a lot to digest, and you can help. Call me, let's digest together. The other thing is share insights from your own experience to inspire and guide those you lead. Yeah. It's a new year, so you need different approaches. So maybe when you're calling in for the new year meetings and everything, explain. Talk to these employees. Talk to these people that you want them to be your representative. You're the dream bearer. You cannot do everything. That is why you employed them. Tell them about your journey. And this will have happened if you actually did an end year party, because then is the right time to tell them of your journey, of how far you've come from, of what you actually did, of how before you used to do this job that we were not satisfied, but now you grew into this thing. If you did not have an end year party to address such things, to motivate people, then do it during the beginning of the year. Talk to them, you'll be inspiring them, you'll be motivating them, you'll be challenging them, because most of them don't want to remain your employee forever. People want to grow and go out there. So they will take short notes out of your experience. So in this experience, actually, it should be tangible. Of course, maybe you had a photo when you used to struggle in the market, a photo when you used to be very skinny, but nowadays you're clean, you look sharp, There's always a history of where someone came from. So this will help the employees learn that there is growth. There's something called growth, and this growth can be attained by only being consistent and being hardworking. The other thing, it's about how you use your past experiences. You just don't come tell us, me, I used to walk from this place to this place. Oh, I don't see why you guys times have changed. You cannot force your employees to be the way you are. No, they cannot be the way you are, but they will relate with something like, what? So sorry. Because since you walked to work, you cannot make your employee walk to work or feel like he or she can sacrifice to walk to work. No, things are different. It's just that you're sending a message of, let's be extra careful, let's be extra patient, and let's be extra smart. Okay. Now, the other thing, it gives a better and meaningful go ahead, better and meaningful, because people will wonder, wow, and now you're here. So the other point is use annual performance reviews in your approach. Now you've brought that performance. This was our graph. Our graph went higher at some point. Our graph went low at some point. Use that annual review. Performance, that we got to review how the year was before, the previous year, and now how do we go about? What made our graph go down? And this is why I said in an organization you need analysts, you need PR, you need media relations, you need these consultants who will help you forge a way forward. Yes, you can be good in doing machines and selling machines and everything, but you can do them much better with these pillars that you need. Now, the other thing is when you do the annual performance reviews, you get to understand which department performed better, which department did not. And then you look into how much you've given into several departments. Maybe the department that you do not even care performed way better than the department that you cared for. And that's why we said, do not go with perception, do not go with a word of mouth from your fellow colleague. You know, I told you, and this is very important, as managers, as CEOs, do not listen to your juniors who you've given them superiority over the rest of the employees. Word of mouth, no. Analyzing data is very important, because what they say, and I've seen this in organizations, and this is where people fail. They tell you, msini huko hakuna kula clients huko, hakuna don't listen to such. In fact, if you're the person who advises your employee or your boss on such, then change how you advise your employee. Reason being, I have taught you to use surveys, use questionnaires, use reported work, use work that has evidence. Okay, now how do you do this? I talked about how you plan for campaigns, how you plan for going for road shows, and what you do in these road shows. It is not all about, hey, we dance, we finish the day, the road show was, apana. There's a lot that you're learning on the ground. While there's entertainment happening, the rest of the employees are out there. Ushaitusikia? Ulitusikia lini? Ushaitumia product yetu? Ulitumia lini? You know, they are out there doing things while people are being entertained here and there. Okay, there is so much that happens on the ground. So stories za kusikia watu wanakuambia ati huko hakuna watu, huko ni kwetu, huko ni wa Please, when you're advising the boss, advise the boss with evidence. Like, you know, last year we went and these were the comments. And in this research, you can see that 65% of this exactly. As a CEO, dream bearer, boss, take that has been analyzed. All right, then you will see the difference. Now, that is why I said some departments you didn't give the focus, because you were given the word of wachana na hao wako tu sawa. And some departments you gave the focus, you actually poured in resources and money, and then they let you down. So sit down and analyze and be fair. All right. Now the other thing is also relate well with your employees. Do not use perception. Do not always highlight on employees because they are loud and everything. Even that one that is very silent is the smartest. It's just that hapa yukangi but ako smart sana. So as an employee, you're like the father or the mother of that organization. Relate with everyone as your child. Give them time to listen. Actually, it is an enjoyable thing to relate with your employees. And if you want to see how enjoyable it is, then you can call me on board and then I'll teach you how to do these things. Now, it will determine, when you analyze, it will determine the type of bonuses and salary increment you need to give to these people. Imagine, out of the performance of last year, of course you will have to reward that. You will have to reward. Maybe you gave gifts during the end year party, assuming you had an end year party, you gave gifts to this department. Now, you're back on the desk. You need to do something long term. Reward these people. The other thing is, maybe you didn't do an end year party, but now you're looking at these departments. What you need to do is look into them, appreciate them in that meeting that you will have, and when you sit down, announce that you've given a certain percentage of bonus to such and such. Okay, not really naming the employees, but to those that performed to a certain percentage, another to a certain percentage. Trust me, you'll be teaching also your employees to always rely on data and figures. All right. Now, the other thing is you'll also understand your employees' strengths. I've spoken about that just right now. You'll understand their strengths and their weaknesses, and you will understand where to provide support and where to at least train the weak. Now this is where now you bring in campaigns where you take your employees for capacity building. You hear there's a place in Mombasa that is giving a certain training on HRs, then you decide then all the HRs are going for that training, because you felt like the last time the performance, if they had this experience and if they had this exposure, they will perform way better. So train the where you felt like they were weak. Now, I'm against where people say wale hawaku perform vizuri, we are firing them. If there was a weakness in a certain department, there is no firing. Don't fire. How will they know where to rectify? No, what you do is you look into maybe taking one of the person from this department and putting them in the performing department. You look into mixing your employees, mix them together so that at least it can help with the growth, and let them understand why you're doing this. It is not a punishment. No, you want at least, you tell the teams, you know what, Department A and Department B, since your performances were way different, I want to mix you together and challenge you to perform way better. You see, you will be even creating good relations within the employees. They will get to learn each other afresh, and that makes your organization even much better, despite the fact that departments always lean on their own, but now you're creating room for people to make friendship on the other side. Now, the other thing also you need to know when you're doing capacity building and when you're doing all these trainings, taking people back to school to elevate themselves. Remember, we talked about sponsoring these employees to go and get exposure out there, and those employees that want to go to school, you help them, you help them with a loan, a specific loan, and then they'll bring back, there's a contract that you write that, yes, we are taking you to school for 1 year, ensure that whatever you get, you come, you bring it back here for 2 years. Such kind of agreements, you can get them always in my previous series. So the other way of approach is always find ways to help your customers. Now, this one I've seen in so many organizations. Now, just because this customer or client, you don't have the product that they need, does not mean you dismiss them in a bad way. Okay, let's take an example of a manufacturing organization where you manufacture some specific goods, and then they come for a specific good, and then you don't have, or a good example is hotelier industry or the shops. They're looking for a specific thing, but you don't have. You don't dismiss them. Please direct them to where they will get the best, in fact, the best quality. And when you see such people coming to your organization asking for something that is not there, but it is almost relatable, then you might think of creating space to provide such services by doing what? Ensure you write them down. This person came here looking for this. At the gate they write it down. They're looking for this. Customer care, they will ask, yeah, no, we don't offer this service, but please you can go to get this and this and this and this. It's a way of showing these people, like, yes, we have these products here, but we don't have the specific one that you're asking for. They will feel good, they will feel like they were treated well, and they'll feel like, wow, this organization is good. Now, the other thing is, if you chase them, let's say for instance, you told them, huku hatuna, mwambie arudi. In fact, this is what we talked about, people at the reception. Please, let's always improve on that. Kwa gate umepigiwa simu, you're being asked, there's a client here starting, mwambie hatuna, mwambie aende, hatuna, kwani amepotea. No, give a solution. Everything has a solution, all right? And then you never know, with time you will have created something else. Tell them, it's also a way of marketing. Tell them, as we offer A, B, C, D. Trust me, next time when she needs the A to the D, she will come, or he will come. Nice? Now, if it is an ending inquiry, create now that product there. Because if they are coming always, then it means there's a certain perception and confusion about your products, that people are asking for something else. Then create that product. Yeah, so that now they at least come and they get that. What am I saying? In hotel industries, we are asking for specific food. And if you're not getting mursik in this hotel, let me use that example, then, with time the manager will be like, hey, let's look for someone who can make this mursik. You know, if we're in a particular place and we need this pilau, and we're not, then people are always asking for pilau and you don't have, and you will think of, you know what, let's create pilau. Nice? Yes, that's a good way for you to understand. So it will create positive change and growth beyond your personal boundaries. And what a good way to always maintain and even keep new inquiring clients to always stick to your organization. Now, thank you so much. These are just 4 approaches to always ensuring that this new year, you just don't go, we are to perform vizuri, you know, I provide everything, I give you people lunch, I give you and you're not performing. No, be easy, be easy. It's a new year, new strength, new everything. You don't want to start with negativity, you want to start with positivity. And I always say, as a PR guru and your asset developer, always keep in touch, and the contacts are scrolling below, and ensure that you get to talk to me and let's understand what is this specifically that is giving you a headache in your organization. Maybe it is something very easy. Nice. Thank you for those that have been keeping contact. I appreciate it. It means that at least I am here for you. Have a good day. This is Janet Kiriswo, the PR Guru, and thank you to the Wala Production.